Merric, where are you? Honor and faith, traveler. I could use your assistance. The Fighters Guild is under assault. Already 4 guild halls have fallen, and now Master Merric, leader of the guild, has disappeared. It pains me to admit it, but I need help. No one has claimed credit for the attacks, and evidence has been lacking. It makes no sense. Still, I expect more and more attacks at any time. Without Master Merric, our guild could fall. It's our biggest crisis since the plane meld. Just that. I was supposed to meet him here, but he never arrived. Most of the guild is securing the remaining halls, but with you here, we can track down the guildmaster and stop these attacks. The guild needs you, comrade. Will you answer the call? I've received conflicting reports from trusted guild scouts. Merric has supposedly been sighted in Malabal Tor, northern Alik'r Desert, and Eastmarch. Obviously, he can't be everywhere. Choose a location to investigate and meet the scout there. Merric is many things, but mage is not one of them. I trust the scouts, but he could not be in 3 distant places at the same time. I need you to make your best guess. Pick a location and see if you can find our missing guildmaster. I appreciate that. With Merric missing, I need to coordinate the defense of the guild halls, analyze scouting reports, and try to learn more about our attackers. Just know the compensation we offer is fair and equitable. Your aid will be rewarded. A guild scout talked to hunters, who said they spotted Merric near Volkwaston. That area contains many nooks and crannies among the rocks to hide in, and Daedra roamed the vicinity as well. Do you think Merric could be searching there? Both Merric and I know the desert well, but I have no idea why he would go there. Still, a guild scout claims to have spotted him in Sentinel's outskirts. If you decide this is the spot, I suggest you search for him among the cliffs there. A guild scout says Merric was spotted outside Windhelm, a place of snow and ice, and Merric hates the cold. Still, if some clue pointed here, he wouldn't let a little weather stop him. Do you think Merric searches for our enemy in Eastmarch? Weemy is a fast and faithful mount. She can get you to the location quickly. I'll send word to the guild scout. They'll meet you and help you search for Merric. Then they can get word back to me while I follow up with the other reports. Good luck. I would be surprised if you didn't, comrade. What can I tell you, bearing in mind that our understanding of the facts is incomplete at best? There is not much to tell. I suppose it's fair to say that I am a prince, the son and heir of King Faharjad of Hammerfell. After the events of the plane meld, my father suggested I learn more about the wider world, so I joined the Fighters Guild. They fought well during the plane meld crisis, and they do not take sides in the ongoing alliance war. Where better to hone my skills and learn about the world? Guildmaster Merric took me under his wing. He is like a second father to me. I respect Guildmaster Merric and care about all my guild comrades. Merric is a hard taskmaster, but he is fair and honorable. He's taught me many and many things. It did not feel right to leave him, but he gave me a task and I had to complete it. Merric's an excellent fighter. Smart, brave, and quick. A true follower of Stendarr. And he's a good mentor. Since becoming guildmaster, he hasn't stopped leading from the front of the charge. It inspires the guild, but puts him in constant peril. That's a tale from before I joined. It happened during the plane meld crisis. The prior guildmaster, Sees All Colors, betrayed the guild. She killed her predecessor to earn her rank. When the council found out, they removed her and promoted Merric. We were following up on the attacks, but not getting very far. He sent me to file a report with the guild. Then I was supposed to meet him here. He never arrived. When I informed the guild of the situation, the scouting reports started coming in. devastatingly brutal affairs. And thorough. Not a single survivor. And we only found the remains of guild members. The attackers must take their dead, or they strike so fast that no one can react. But how were they able to get past the defenses? Guild halls are well defended. They're filled with some of the best fighters in all of Tamriel. Assaults at the entrances would create damage, but there's no evidence of such. It's like they walked right in and suddenly attacked from deep inside. Guildmaster Merric and I were trying to figure that out. I can only assume that he discovered something and followed after it, which is why he isn't here. Something so urgent, he could leave no note. We need to find Merric and get some answers.
Hey, the prince sent you? Let's talk. That little Prince Azah sent word that I should meet up with you. Not like I couldn't handle this on my own, but who am I to argue with a Tusking prince? Guild scout, bruiser, a general pain in the arse. At least that's what Merric calls me. While most of the guilds settled in to defend the remaining guild halls, I volunteered to stay in the field. I was looking into the attacks on the Fighters Guild when word reached me that the little prince had lost our guildmaster. When I heard rumors that someone who matched Merric's description was in the area, I sent my report and started to investigate. Trappers warming themselves in a Windhelm tavern claimed to see someone who looked like Merric out this way. Said he was intense, like a man on a mission. I got this far and decided to wait for you. The trail leads east, so that's where we're going. Funny story. I started out as a guard in Shornhelm who got caught up in monumental events. Eventually, I joined the Fighters Guild, who usually hire out my services to anyone who needs protection or a sharp sword. Not as funny as I remembered. Just the basics. I was on assignment when the attacks occurred. Since then, I've been trying to dig up anything to point us at the perpetrators. Then I got word that Merric had disappeared. I hope he's onto something and not another victim. That trap on the ground looks familiar. Check it out. Yep, that's one of Merric's, all right. Uses them when he's too busy to stop at a proper inn. Let's keep going. That camp looks promising. See what those papers are all about. Merric went after the enemy by himself? That spot on the map. It's north of here.
You there. I could use some help.
How about you tell my friend what happened here? Tread carefully, pal.
That Fighters Guild warrior was a storm of fury. Left me alive so I could tell some prince what happened here. But neither of you looks much like a prince to me. Revenge happened. We misjudged the Guildmaster's skill and his anger. He let me live when I renounced the Order of the Black Worm. What you call the Worm Cult made me swear to tell Prince Azah everything I know. I don't think so. Not quite yet. My pain is great. Get me something to ease my suffering. Then, I'll share what I know. Mist scrub grows around here. Low bushes with red, jagged leaves. Chewing the leaves dulls pain. Bring me some mist scrub leaves, and I'll tell you everything I told Merric. No more talking until I get those mist scrub leaves. It grows west of here, in the old village. Bushes with jagged red leaves. Come back, and then we'll talk. I'll be here. Not like I can get very far in this condition.
The damn worm cult! I knew the armor looked familiar. Get that mist scrub so he'll tell us more. Let's get those leaves back to that cultist scum. And he better not have died before I get to kill him.
By the black void, this hurts. Do you have Miss Grubly? I'm pragmatic. Relieving this pain is worth what I have to tell you. Smart. And I'm in too much pain to argue. Merric spared my life when I told him that the Order of the Black Worm, what you called the Worm Cult, has returned to take vengeance on first the Fighters Guild, then the Mages Guild, then all of Tamriel. I told him that our leader, Mazama, had business with Magister Andrello at the Cold Moon Inn in Windhelm, but he left before I could tell him the rest. We have a new weapon. I don't know any details, but Mazama called it a Soul Reaper. Your kindness is refreshing. A generous act I've not experienced in a very long time. More reason to abandon the Order and make a fresh start. I'll limp into town once the pain subsides. Thank you.
Leave him. Let's go over what we know. This little worm claims he's renounced his evil ways. Guess I won't gut him like I planned. No Merric yet, but feels like we're getting closer. Go over what we just learned. The damn worm cult is really back. I thought they scattered after we stopped the plane meld. And you'd hear about a few remnants, but nothing significant. Not like this. And he said they had a new weapon. What the tusk is a Soul Reaper anyway? That's in Windhelm, the stone building, right by the southern stables. How about you find this Magister? Find out what business she has with Mazama, and if she's seen Merric, I'll collect Wimi and wait for you outside the inn. I never expected the enemy to be the Worm Cult. Thought they were finished after we stopped the plane meld. Obviously, Merric has a plan to crush them. Let's get to Windhelm and the Cold Moon Inn and see what this Magister can tell us. They call themselves the Order of the Black Worm, followers of an evil bastard named Mannimarco, a necromancer who worked for Malabal. They tried to drag Nirn into Cold Harbor with giant anchors from the sky, called it the Plane Meld. Crazy time. The three alliances teamed up with the Fighters and Mages Guilds to fight Malabal. Some heroes ended Mannimarco, but I don't know the full story. In the end, we stormed Cold Harbor, broke the Great Anchor, and kicked the dung out of them. We all thought they scattered. Without Mannimarco, the remnants didn't pose any significant threat. Or so we thought. We thought we squished those worms, but I guess we drove them underground. Not a mistake I plan to make twice. Look for me outside after you talk to the Magister. I have a few more thoughts I want to share with this worm.
You should rest, Magister Andrello. That incident has you all out of sorts.
You're not the usual serving wench. Where's the tonic I requested? I need something to settle my nerves. Oh, what else can befall me today? One more interruption and I'll never make it to Shornhelm on time. I have no idea who that might be. One moment I was about to board a coach to Shornhelm when a strange woman stopped me and looked deeply into my eyes. The next, I was waking up here, feeling awful and very much put out. That was the second interruption. Merric spouted nonsense about the worm cult, even as my apprentice spouted nonsense about seeing me board the coach to Shornhelm while he was carrying me here. Merric ran off, chasing after the coach, I presume. Apprentice, arrange another coach. We must be off after I finish my tonic. Where's that damn serving wench? A mage of my standing can't miss the meeting at the Mages Guild Hall. It would be unseemly. Forget I said that. There is no meeting. She stepped out of the shadows and blocked my path as I walked to the coach. I remember her unsettling eyes as she stared at me. After that, I awoke in here. If she used some spell to take my form, she must be a powerful mage indeed.
Did you find the Magister, pal? I think I demonstrated a lot of restraint, waiting out here and not going inside for an ale or two. Any luck finding Magister Andrello? That's a strange story. And the woman, it could have been Mazama. Did the Magister say anything about Guildmaster Merric? Wait, Merric's notes mentioned that the enemy was interested in Rivenspire. Shornhelm's in Rivenspire. What could the worm cult be after in that part of the world? And Razawir the cultist told us the worm cult wants revenge on the Mages Guild as well as the Fighters Guild. This is bad. Let's get to the Shornhelm Mages Guild and try to catch up with Merric. If you need quick transport to Shornhelm's Mages Guild, take Weemy. I'm sure Prince Azah won't mind. And even if he did, he's not here to stop you. I'll send word to the little prince and meet you there. It's about time I punched something. What, do I look like a mind reader to you? If I had to guess, he got word of this latest plot and he's been following it non-stop. No time to call for help when the worm cult apparently has a new weapon and plans to take revenge against the guilds. And we need to go help him. Sure, Merric got the drop on a small camp of worm cultists, but they've already destroyed 4 of our guild halls. He's a great fighter, but whatever they have planned for Shornhelm might be too much even for him.
Roam the vicinity as well. Do you think Merric could be searching there? Weemy is a fast and faithful mount. She can get you to the location quickly. I'll send word to the Guild Scout. They'll meet you and help you search for Merric. Then they can get word back to me while I follow up with the other reports. Good luck.
Hey, the prince sent you? Let's talk. That little Prince Azah sent word that I should meet up with you. Not like I couldn't handle this on my own, but who am I to argue with a tusking prince? Guild Scout, bruiser, and general pain in the arse. At least that's what Merric calls me. While most of the guilds settled in to defend the remaining guild halls, I volunteered to stay in the field. I was looking into the attacks on the Fighters Guild when word reached me that the little prince had lost our guildmaster. When I heard rumors that someone who matched Merric's description was in the area, I sent my report and started to investigate. Hunters informed me that they had seen someone matching Merric's description exploring the north. Said he seemed intense, like a man on a mission. I got this far and decided to wait for you. The trail leads north, so that's where we're going. Funny story. I started out as a guard in Shornhelm who got caught up in monumental events. Eventually, I joined the Fighters Guild, who usually hire out my services to anyone who needs protection or a sharp sword. Not as funny as I remembered. Just the basics. I was on assignment when the attacks occurred. Since then, I've been trying to dig up anything to point us at the perpetrators. Then I got word that Merric had disappeared. I hope he's onto something and not another victim. That trap on the ground looks familiar. Check it out. Yup, That's one of Merric's, all right. Uses them when he's too busy to stop and drop a ring. Let's keep going. That camp looks promising. See what those papers are all about. Merric went after the enemy by himself? That spot on the map. It's northwest of here. Merric came this way. You can tell by all the dead
You there?
bodies.
I could use
That
some help.
armor. How about you tell my friend what happened here? Tread carefully.
That Fighters Guild warrior was a storm of fury. Left me alive so I could tell some prince what happened here. But neither of you looks much like a prince to me. Revenge happened. We misjudged the Guildmaster's skill and his anger. He let me live when I renounced the Order of the Black Worm. What you call the Worm Cult made me swear to tell Prince Azah everything I know. I don't think so. Not quite yet. My pain is great. Get me something to ease my suffering. Then, I'll share what I know. Not a prince, but a jester? You do make a good point, though. Life in the Order involves lies and dark secrets. I no longer wish to walk that path, but I still need something for this pain. The information I possess must be worth at least that. You're right. No better time to change than now. The Order of the Black Worm has risen from the ashes of defeat to take vengeance. First on the Fighters Guild, then the Mages Guild, then all of Tamriel. I told him that our leader, Mazama, had business with Magister Andrello at Volkwaston's Tall Trunk Tavern. But he left before I could tell him the rest. We have a new weapon. I don't know any details, but Mazama called it a Soul Reaper.
This little worm claims he's renounced his evil ways. Guess I won't gut him like I planned. No Merric yet, but feels like we're getting closer. Go over what we just learned. The damn worm cult is really back. I thought they scattered after we stopped the plane meld. Hey, you'd hear about a few remnants, but nothing significant. Not like this. And he said they had a new weapon. What the tusk is a Soul Reaper anyway? That's over in Volkwaston. They built it inside a big tree on the western side of town. How about you find this Magister, figure out what business she has with Mazama, and if she's seen Merric, I'll collect Weemy and wait for you outside the tavern. I never expected the enemy to be the Worm Cult. Thought they were finished after we stopped the plane meld. Obviously, Merric has a plan to crush them. Let's get to the Tall Trunk Tavern in Volkwaston and see what this Magister can tell us. They call themselves the Order of the Black Worm, followers of an evil bastard named Manamarco, a necromancer who worked for Malabal Tor. They tried to drag Nirn into Cold Harbor with giant anchors from the sky, called it the Plane Meld. Crazy time. Look for me outside after you talk to the Magister. I have a few more thoughts I want to share with this worm.
You should rest, Magister Andrello. That incident has you all out of sorts.
You're not the usual serving wench. Where's the tonic I requested? I need something to settle my nerves. Oh, what else can befall me today? One more interruption and I'll never make it to Shornhelm on time. I have no idea who that might be. One moment I was about to board a coach to Shornhelm when a strange woman stopped me and looked deeply into my eyes. The next I was waking up here, feeling awful and very much put out. That was the second interruption. Merric spouted nonsense about the worm cult, even as my apprentice spouted nonsense about seeing me board the coach to Shornhelm while he was carrying me here. Merric ran off, chasing after the coach, I presume. Apprentice, arrange another coach. We must be off after I finish my tonic. Where's that damn serving wench? A mage of my standing can't miss the meeting at the Mages Guild Hall. It would be unseemly. Forget I said that. There is no meeting.
You look strong. Maybe you can help.
Did you find the Magister, pal? I think I demonstrated a lot of restraint, waiting out here and not going inside for an ale or two. Any luck finding Magister Andrello? That's a strange story. And the woman, it could have been Mazama. Did the Magister say anything about Guildmaster Merric? Wait, Merric's notes mentioned that the enemy was interested in Rivenspire. Shornhelm's in Rivenspire. What could the worm cult be after in that part of the world?
Spot. I suggest you search for him among the cliffs there. Weemy is a fast and faithful mount. She can get you to the location quickly. I'll send word to the Guild Scout. They'll meet you and help you search for Merric. Then they can get...
Hey, that little Prince Azah sent word that I should Guild Scout, Bruiser, and General Pain in the arse. I was looking into the attacks on the Fighters Guild. I spotted someone who was the spitting image of Merric moving deliberately through the outskirts of Sentinel and trying not to be seen. I couldn't catch him, but I followed his trail to here. The path leads west, so that's where we're going. Funny story. That trap on the ground looks familiar. Check it out. Yup, that's one of Merric's, all right. Uses them when he's too busy to stop at a proper inn. Look, that camp looks promising. See what those papers are all about. Merric went after the enemy by himself? That spot on the map, it's northwest of here.
You there. I could use some help.
How about you tell my friend what happened here? Tread carefully, pal.
That Fighters Guild warrior was a storm. Revenge. I don't think so. Not quite yet. My pain, you bastard. The pain is too great. I'll pass out or die before I can tell you everything I know. And then where will you be? Please, help me. All right, you bastards. I'm done with all this anyway. No promise of powers worth dying for. The Order of the Black Worm has returned to take vengeance on the Fighters Guild, the Mages Guild, and all of Tamriel. I told him that our leader, Mazama, had business with Magister Andrello at the Sisters of the Sands Inn in Sentinel, but he left before I could tell him the rest. We have a new weapon. I don't know any details, but Mazama called it a Soul Reaper.
This little worm claims he's renounced his evil ways. Guess I won't gut him like I planned. No Merric yet, but feels like we're getting closer. Go over what we just learned. The damn worm cult is really back. I thought they scattered after we stopped the plane meld. And you'd hear about a few remnants, but nothing significant. Not like this. I think that's in Sentinel, elaborate building on the northwest side of town. How about you find this Magister? Figure out. I never expected the enemy to be the worm cult. Thought they were finished after we stopped the plane meld. Look for me outside after you talk to the Magister. I have a few more thoughts I want to share with this worm.
I'll be at this a while.
You should rest, Magister Andrello. That incident has you all out of sorts.
You're not the usual serving wench. Where's the tonic? I have no idea. That was... Apprentice! She stepped out of the shadows and...
Did you find the Magister, pal? I think I demonstrated a lot of restraint. That's a strength. Wait, Merric's no...
I appreciate the Fighters Guild coming to our aid, Prince Azah.
Comrade, Scordo, I came as soon as I received your message.
Gabriel! Azah! The Worm Cult is going to attack the Mages Guild!
They're already here. Merric arrived before you and the Prince. He ran down to help.
The attack's begun and Merric ran down there? Damn! Tell Gabriel what we learned, but be quick about it!
Time is short, so speak quickly. Somehow assailants infiltrated a private meeting beneath the guild hall and some of our most influential mages were caught unawares. Merric arrived and raced to help, but... Did Scordo say Worm Cult? How can that... We eradicated them, didn't we? A threat of this magnitude must be crushed swiftly. The mages and Merric can use our help. Can I count on you to join the fight? A little on the dark side, but I totally understand the sentiment. I've dealt with the Worm Cult before myself. The door to the underground chambers is right over there. Be careful.
Go, comrade. We need to help the guild master. Let's look for Guildmaster Merric, but be ready to take down any cultists you see.
I can't believe the Worm Cult has returned.
Just like at our guild hall, no obvious sign of forced entry, yet clear signs of battle.
I saw another Red Guard from the Fighters Guild. He headed toward the meeting chambers.
Under Shornhelm? I wonder if the people know what lies beneath
I'm
it.
safe.
Did you feel that?
That Fighters
Hurry.
Guild warrior.
Through
He
those doors
sliced through
ahead.
the attackers and ran farther in.
Look, across the chasm. Guildmaster Merric, the Worm Cult has him. Let my mentor go, foul creature!
Stop, mortal! The Soul Reaper is not yet stable!
Merric! No! That explosion! Stendar, preserve him! Merric was caught in the blast!
A dead mortal's appearance is no good to me. Come, we're done here.
As you wish, Misama.
No! Merric can't be dead! We need to reach him! Stendar, please! Merric can't be dead! He just can't! By the gods! Merric! Merric's dead. By the swords of my forefathers, I will make the worm cult pay.
I came as quick as I... Oh no. Merric! The Magisters! What happened?
Merric destroyed the worm cult device. It exploded and killed him. Comrade, please. Search the area and gather Guildmaster Merric's weapons. That was his father's sword. Merric wielded it proudly. Merric would polish that shield for hours. It was almost a ritual for him.
I'll teleport the remains of that horrid device upstairs for study.
You found something. Let me see. What a loss. Merric was our leader, my mentor. Practically a father to me since I joined the Fighters Guild. Thank you for gathering his sword and shield. Strange, though, that a Daedra was leading these worm cultists. What was that note you found? Let me see. A worm cult nest on Rivenspire's northern coast? Stendarr blesses us with another foolish enemy, quick to put their plans to paper. First, however, we must go to the Fighters Guild Hall in Shornhelm. Tell Skordo what befell Merric.
Use the nearby doors to leave. When you assault the worm nest, the Mages Guild will join you. You have my word.
As the guilds first defeated the worm cult, so shall we do so again. But that device, a Daedra named Mazama called it a Soul Reaper.
Soul Reaper, We'll study it and determine its exact purpose.
Gabrielle, can you help me take care of Guildmaster Merric?
Of course, Prince Azah.
The guild requests your help.
Prince Azah, the guild hall's on high alert. I was about to lead a contingent of fighters to the Mages Guild.
The battle's over, Skordo. Guildmaster Merric is dead.
What? Not Merric? Hey, pal, tell me what happened. That can't be right. What Prince Azah said. Merric can't be dead. Tell me this is some sort of bad joke, pal. Those Tusken bastards! I came back here to rally the troops, but I should have gone down there with you! I could have saved Merric, damn it! This is bad. What's the guild gonna do without its guildmaster? And at a time like this? Oh, right, of course. Merric loved these. They were family heirlooms. He was proud to wield them in service to the greater good. He was always spouting nonsense like that. All right. Tell me that you and the prince have a plan to make someone pay.
Guildmaster Merric is really dead, Skordo. I don't know how we're going to stop the worm cult without him. Skordo's correct. This is bad. How are we going to stop Mazama and the worm cult without Guildmaster Merric to guide us? I hear your words, but my mind is a storm of emotions. Merric, my friend, my mentor, he died and I couldn't save him. I wasn't even at his side. I wasn't there to help him when he needed me the most. Stendarr, help me. I don't know what to do. You're right, comrade. Guildmaster Merric taught me very well indeed, as did my father, King Faharajad, and my many tutors and Sentinel. We may have lost Merric, but we can still win this war. Thank you for making me see that. Your words were like a strong wind in the desert, scattering the sand of despair that was smothering my soul. Before we take action, I want to commend you and reward you for your service, and ask that you stay to finish this with us. For Merric. You helped me realize that the world doesn't stop just because someone we respected and cared about is no longer with us. Now that we know the enemy, the time has come to take the battle to the worm cult. The note we discovered talked about a worm nest on the northern coast of Rivenspire. We must gather our forces, storm their lair, and deal with the worm cult leader, Mazama. Perhaps, but I don't think so. Everything happened quickly after Merric destroyed the Soul Reaper and Mazama retreated. The job I hired you for ended when we found Merric. But I'd like to extend your employment. Help us assault the worm cult nest.
Pardon the interruption. Vanis Galarian would like to talk to you. He's right outside.
The leader of the Mages Guild? His assistance could be crucial to destroying the worm nest. Welcome, Vanis. We're glad to be working alongside you and your guild again.
There's no time for niceties, Azah. You there, come speak to me. Obviously, I need no introduction. Everyone has heard of Vanis Galarian, founder and leader of the Mages Guild. I understand that you were instrumental in driving the worm cult from our sanctum. Describe what you saw, please. I require every detail. Yes. Gabriel called Mazama snake-like. My extensive knowledge of Daedra tells me that she's likely a harvester, known for their illusion magic. I suspect that's how she got into our sanctum undetected. Tell me, how did Merric die? Merric was a great warrior, but also reckless. Attacking an unknown arcane device. Clearly a miscalculation. An intact Soul Reaper would have revealed more than the shards we recovered. Had he waited for you to intervene, he might still be alive. Compassion has no place in events of this magnitude. How does a single life compare to hundreds, nay, thousands at stake from the worm cult machinations? I mourn Merric's loss, but the facts remain the same. Now, where is the worm cult nest? I know that lighthouse well, and am aware of a cove to the south. Let me mark it on your map. We'll meet you there after I conclude my business with Prince Azah and Skordo. No guild can function without a guild master. Not even the Fighters Guild. Isn't it obvious? With Merric dead, someone needs to take the reins of the Fighters Guild until their ponderously slow council can select a new guild master. Since they're in the thick of it, Skordo and Prince Azah are the most likely candidates. Certainly not, and I wouldn't presume. But in this time of trouble, we need a stable and functioning Fighters Guild to stand against the worm cult. Prince Azah has leadership training and was taught by Guildmaster Merric. He's the clear choice. Not only do I lead the Mages Guild, but I founded the organization. Some call me the greatest living mage, but that hardly does justice to my prestige. Needless to say, I take particular offense to attacks against the guild and its member mages. Just that I wish we had an intact one to study. They've been appearing throughout the land at sites where the worm cult is engaging in hostile actions. Ever since Manamarco started his Order of the Black Worm, they've been nothing but trouble. The Fighters Guild requires leadership. I suggest Prince Azah take command until your council can select a new guildmaster.
He's right, Azah. And you know the rest of the guild is more likely to follow you than they are me.
As much as I want to be there with you, I see the wisdom in Vaunus' words. I'll stay behind to command the guild.
Damn worms don't make finding their nest easy. The note said a cove on the north coast, right? It should be around here somewhere. If you find it before I do, just holler. That's not up to me or Vaunus. That's for the Guild Council to decide. Merric just died, and nobody wants to replace him. But someone needs to have their hand on the tiller. Might as well be Azah. Merric trusted him, so that's good enough for me.
Keep looking. The nest must be here somewhere. Ah, the nest entrance. Let's head inside. I suggest we split our forces. We'll draw less attention and hurry our search for Mazama. I offer my great strength! I sense illusion magic beyond the crumbled wall. Find the source. Yes, there's something here. I'll dispel the illusion. A hidden journal. Intriguing. What does it say? A means to deactivate the Soul Reapers. But where do they funnel souls to? Let's keep searching. Come! I shall augment your attacks! Let my magic empower you! Empower you! How deep have these disgusting worms burrowed? Look, past the gate. Captives from the Mages Guild.
Resist if you want. We take your soul either way.
The device siphoned their souls. A horrid death. We must destroy that Soul Reaper. Destroy that abomination! Tear out its core as the journal describes. Excellent. They can be destroyed without triggering a fatal explosion. Now that I witnessed a Soul Reaper firsthand, the scope of the danger becomes quite clear. This goes beyond the threat to the fighters and mages guilds. But what is the Worm Cult's ultimate goal? I have contended with the Worm Cult longer than anyone. Based on previous encounters, they usually seek something disastrous. The more information we learn down here, the better. I sense illusion magic nearby. Let's search this room for its source. The illusion is behind that altar, along the wall. What can we learn from this scroll? singular focus on the destruction of every living being. They must be stopped. Our search continues. Come, I shall augment your attacks. By the stars, so many Reapers. They could blanket all of Tamriel. The Fighters Guild contingent, all dead. Wait, I recognize that sword. It's Skordo's. Let me take a look at that sword. It's Skordo's blade, all right. I'd know his tough, stubborn aura anywhere, and the sword reeks of it. He wouldn't have parted with his weapon, not unless he had no choice. Our task now shifts from gathering information to rescuing Skordo the Knife. By doing something reckless, we must split up. I suspect time is of the essence, and I won't see another member of the Fighters Guild fall this day. Take the eastern hallway, and be careful. Illusions abound in this place. You're injured.
No, Varnus, I'm over here! That's not me!
Arrogant mage. My master demands your presence.
Dragging Varnus into a portal!
The great mage does not fall easily.
You can't have him, creature!
Protect the staff!
First the mage's head, next the fighter's heart.
Varnus is gone. Mazama took him.
Yeah, let's figure this out, pal. Mazama ambushed me, cast a spell, and I blacked out. I woke up feeling wrung dry, like how you described Magister Andrello. I guess that's what it feels like when the snake takes your appearance. Yeah, but I think she's planning more than that. Did you hear what she said about the fighter's heart? But what do I know? I can't even keep my friends safe. It's all falling apart, pal. I don't think we're gonna beat the worms this time. Can't even let me have a moment, huh, pal? But yeah, I'm still better at punching people than anyone I know, present company excluded. All right, let's get the tusk out of here. Maybe Gabrielle can portal us somewhere, and we can make a plan. How do you feel about a portal, Gabrielle?
Of course. One portal to Shornhelm's Mages Guild coming up.
About Vanus.
No apologies, Skordo. We'll get Vanus back. I'll take Vanus's staff. It may behave strangely in untrained hands.
All yours. Now let's get out of here.
Tell me, what happened? Where's Vanus?
I'll let our friend fill you in. I need to think.
I came as soon as I received Gabrielle's summons, just in time to see you all return. But where's Vanus? And why do Gabrielle and Skordo look so haggard? What happened at that worm nest, comrade? We can destroy the Soul Reapers without unleashing a killing explosion? That's excellent news. I can't wait to hear the details. But what do they actually do? And by the swords of my forefathers, tell me what happened to Vanus. Mizama and the Worm Cult captured Vanus Galarian, the leader of the Mages Guild and the greatest mage alive. You probably should have led with that, comrade. First Merric, now Vanus. By Stendarr's beard, what other disasters can befall us? The Mage's Head obviously refers to Vanus. As for the Fighter's Heart, she already killed Merric. I'm just a temporary substitute for the duration of this crisis. What could she... Set's tears! She means to attack the Earth Forge! An ancient dwarven forge now controlled by the Fighters Guild. It creates items of immense power. Merric used it to craft a weapon strong enough to destroy a Daedric artifact. As Skordo, Mizama will walk right in. We need to get there now.
I can open a portal to the Earth Forge. Then Prince Azah and I have our own task to attend to.
We do. What can be more important than defending the Earth Forge and stopping Mizama?
Enough Reapers to cover all of Tamriel? We need to convince the alliances to join with the guilds, just like last time.
Good luck with that. It took Vanus to get the Alliance leaders to work together last time. Wait, you know where the Earth Forge is?
The Antiquarian Circle knows many secrets, Skordo. Now go. You have your mission, and we have ours.
Right. Come on, pal. Through the portal. Marlock's jawbone! The attack's already begun! Let's talk before we rush it blindly. Look at what Mizama and her worms have done! More of my comrades dead! I want to gut every last worm and leave them drowning in their own blood! This is my fault. All my fault. Sure, but I let myself get captured. Let Mizama use her illusion magic on me. You saw how she pretended to be me to capture Vanus. My guess is she's using the same trick here to infiltrate the Earth Forge. Yeah, optimism. I suppose we need that right about now. Prince Azah is gonna want an intact Fighters Guild to lead after Gabrielle and him convince the three alliances to join forces. That means it's up to us to save whoever's still alive here. With extreme prejudice, kill every worm cultist that crosses our path. Destroy those damn Soul Reapers, and then find Mizama and send her back to whatever oblivion pit she crawled out of. Let's get moving! More Soul Reapers! Destroy them! Damn answer, pal. As long as Mazama's pretending to be me, my guildmates are dying. I don't remember these corridors being so dismal. There! That's me! I mean, not me! Mazama! Get her!
I won, mortal. I shattered your guild, killed or captured your leaders. The Order of the Black Worm is victorious!
And all the deaths she caused.
And it looks like the worms didn't get all my guildmates. That's something at least.
Good job taking down Mazama, but we're not safe yet. As Prince Azah and I were meeting with representatives of the three alliances, we received reports of Soul Reapers and Worm Cult attack squads appearing across Tamriel. It's bad out there. Not exactly. Prince Azah and I were able to get the alliances to send ambassadors to Stirk, the same island where Ivanis forged the agreement to attack Cold Harbor. But we're far from reaching such an agreement again. Frankly, we could use your help. Take my portal to Stirk and talk to your alliance's ambassador. Convince them that the worm cult threat is real and we need to work together to stop it. Prince Azah and I will lean on the other two and do the same. I left the Alliance ambassadors alone on Stirk with Prince Azah. Let's go try to convince them.
Did you explain the stakes? We need the three alliances to cooperate.
We got them to come to Stirk. That's a start. Now we just need to make them see reason.
Ambassadors, please! You must listen.
There's attacks in Oradon. Prince Azah says it's the worm cult.
What does it matter? We can't fight wars in both Cyrodiil and our sovereign territory.
Prince Azah said Gabrielle was bringing the hero who uncovered this plot. Let's hear them out.
Gabrielle tells a compelling tale of necromancy and Daedric cults. But I am not yet convinced that the Pact is truly in danger. Why don't you elaborate on why I should believe that the worm cult has returned and is a significant threat to the land? Are you certain it's a resurrected worm cult and not just the work of an insignificant handful of fanatics who refuse to accept defeat? Surely they can't be a threat to the powerful Ebonheart Pact. That explains the obvious concern displayed by Prince Azah and Gabrielle. Perhaps this threat is more dire than I anticipated. I'll bring this information to my superiors right away.
I'm sure I speak for my fellow diplomats when I say we will pass on the information, but can make no promises.
Vanis' staff. It's reacting to you, friend. Reach out and see what happens. This isn't my doing. Vanis' staff seems to have a mind of its own. Take a closer look.
Listen, everyone. My time is short. I am very much relieved that my spell succeeded and reached you. And I see you've gathered the alliances. Good, good. Needless to say, the worm cult captured me. My spell won't last long, so listen closely to my instructions. Mizama teleported me and locked me in a cell. Reminds me of Cold Harbor, but also it doesn't. A problem for later. Listen, the Soul Reapers are just the start. The worm cult has a hidden nest. It's amassing forces to launch a devastating attack. My guards mentioned an isolated island called Solstice. If I learn more, I'll contact you again. But you must convince the alliances. They must join with the guilds again to stop this threat. If not, the worm cult will bring death to all of Nirn.
If even the great Vanus Galarian is worried about this threat, we have to act. Now.
There's no time to waste, comrade. Come, let us speak. Between your efforts and Vanus's message, the Alliance ambassadors finally seem willing to throw us their support. And from what Vanus told us, I suspect we'll need it. A rescue must wait. The threat hiding on Solstice is our first priority. Just as the alliances, guilds, and heroes of Tamriel joined forces on Stirk to end the plane meld, we must do so again to stop the worm cult on Solstice. Your actions were instrumental in revealing this threat. I hope we can count on you again.
It's clear now. We need to work together if we're to have any hope of defeating the worm cult.
Agreed. We must report back to our superiors and rally our forces.
And what should we call this newfound camaraderie?
How about the Stirk Fellowship? This island has a habit of being part of these things.